YouTube, it's Ryan from DXR Warriors, and I'm here with Derek today for our awesome Raidraptor return deck profile.
Hey guys, this is Derek. I'm gonna be behind the camera today.
So, like I said in my previous video, our most viewed video on DXR Warriors is on my Raidraptor deck profile from last year, and so to celebrate the channel coming back to life, we're gonna update this deck. So, starting off the deck profile, we are running 3 Raidraptor Rudder Strix. Rudder Strix's effect. First of all, when it's summoned, your opponent takes 600 effect damage, which is very nice. And when it's attacked, you can special summon 1 or more, up to 2 Raidraptors from your hand, and your opponent can't attack them this turn. Well, the turn you do that. Next up is Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. So, when he's normal summoned, during that same main phase, you can special summon a Raidraptor from your hand. Now, what I like about this is that it doesn't have to be immediately after you summon it. It can be any time during the main phase. Next up is your Searcher, Raidraptor Mimicry Lanius. Mimicry Lanius has the effect to level up all your Raidraptors by 1, but no one cares about that, that sucks. The real prize is that when you banish it from the graveyard the same turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can search a Raidraptor card from your deck, which means it not only can it be a monster, but can also be a spell or trap. Sorry, Derek's being weird. Anyway, next up is Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius.
Fuzzy Lanius.
Anyway, when you have a Raidraptor on the field, once per turn only, you can special summon it from your hand, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you can get another copy from your deck. Next is the Raidraptor Avenge Vulture. When you take damage, you special summon it from your hand. That's literally it. It doesn't matter what turn you take the damage, what kind of damage it is. Stop. You special summon it. Lastly is 2 Raidraptor Pain Lanius. You pay the lowest amount of attack or defense points of a Raidraptor you control, and then you pay that attack or defense as life points, and then this monster becomes that monster's level. Anyway, I like to use this with Avenge Vulture so that you take damage and special summon it. Moving on to the spells, we have 3 Raidraptor Nest. And now, a lot of people watching this are going to be like, why are you doing 3 Raidraptor Nest? And the reason I do this is because the way I'm building this, you always want to have one of these out. What it does, if you have 2 or more Raidraptors, you can search your deck for a Raidraptor monster, or you can add a Raidraptor monster from your graveyard to your hand. I like the graveyard recovery, personally. Moving on to the too many rank up spells I'm running. 3 Raidraptor rank up magic Skip Force. So it has 2 effects. 1, you can rank up a Raidraptor by 2, and you can banish it from your graveyard to special summon a Raidraptor Xyz monster from your graveyard. Next up is 2 rank up magic Soul Shave Force. This used to suck. Honestly, it really did. But in this format, it's better. What it does is it special summons a Raidraptor from your graveyard. It has to be an Xyz monster, and then you rank it up by 2. It's the same thing as Skip Force, but you have to pay half your life points to use it. Rank up magic Astral Force is at 2. It's the same thing as Skip Force, but instead of the second effect where you can banish to special summon, instead of drawing in your draw phase, you can return it from your graveyard to your hand, so you can use it over and over. Next up is the traps, starting off with Raidraptor Readiness at 3. This card prevents Raidraptors from being destroyed by battle for 1 turn, and you can banish it from the graveyard to prevent all damage that you would take for 1 turn.
Oh god. Give me a sec. Okay.
Okay. Next up is Raptor's Gust. Raptor's Gust, if you have a Raidraptor on the field and a spell or trap is activated, you can use it, and then that spell or trap is destroyed and negated, so it doesn't do it. Next up is 3 Heavy Storm Duster. Heavy Storm Duster is pretty much a boosted version for this deck of Twin Twisters. Some decks, like ABC, are still going to run Twin Twisters. But on this one, you destroy 2 spell or traps, and You destroy 2 speller traps, and you can't have your battle phase that turn, but you usually use it at the end phase of your opponent's turn.
I am so smart.
Derek, what are you doing? Anyway, 2 Lost Wind.
I hate this card.
When an opponent special summons a monster, its attack is halved and its effects are negated. And when they special summon from the extra deck, you can set it from your graveyard, but it's banished when you use it a second time.
I absolutely hate this card.
So pretty much, you're running 6. No, not 6. That's from my old profile. You're running 4. Last for the main deck is 2 Icarus attack, tribute 1 monster, winged beast monster, and destroy 2 cards on the field. What I like about this is that it doesn't target, so that's a nice little boost. Next up is the extra deck. For the Link monsters, it's going to be pretty simple. 1 Decode Talker and 1 Tri-Gate Wizard to maximize your power for
Wait.
Link summons. This is Decode Talker's Link Arrows, and this is Tri-Gate Wizard's Link Arrows.
And that was kind of fast. If you want to see the effect, you can just pause.
Yeah. Xyz monsters. 1 Raidraptor Bladeburner Falcon. When it's summoned and your life is 3,000 or more less than your opponent, its attack is boosted by 3,000. And after it destroys a monster by battle, you can discard 1 to 2 overlay units, or as many overlay units as you want, if you have more than 2, and destroy that many cards on the field. Next up is pretty much what this deck revolves around. 3 Raidraptor Stupid Owl. Just kidding. It's called Force Strix. And what it does, you detach one Xyz material, and you can search your deck for 1 level 4 Dark Winged Beast monster, aka a Raidraptor, because I don't know of any other gosh dang cards in the game that fit those exact requirements.
Actually, I remember you were going to give this away, but we never did. You had an extra one.
Anyway, 2 Raidraptor, Avenge Vulture. Avenge Vulture's effect, if it has a Raidraptor, Xyz monster.
You mean Revolution Falcon?
Oh my gosh! It's Raidraptor Revolution Falcon. What was I saying?
Avenge Falcon or something.
Jeez, Avenge Vulture.
Avenge
Wow.
Vulture, there we go.
Revolution Falcon. It's Revolution Falcon. I apologize. Oh jeez. Derek's throwing cards. Anyway, if it has a Raidraptor Xyz monster as Xyz material, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and your opponent takes half its attack as damage. And you can detach 1 overlay unit, and it can attack all monsters your opponent controls. Finally, if that monster if that monsters that you attack is special summoned, their attack and defense becomes 0.
Sorry, trading cards around like money. You're gonna see me dispensing them.
Moving on. Raidraptor Satellite Cannon Falcon. Getting the name right. Look at me go.
Isn't this the guy that cost like $15 before he got reprinted?
Yeah, now I have 5 of them.
You do? Oh, God.
Anyway, what he does, he's rank 8. When he's special summoned, all your opponent's spell traps are destroyed, and they can't use anything in response to that action. And when it's battling a card, you can detach 1 overlay unit, banish as many Raidraptors as you want from your graveyard, and the target monster loses 800 attack for each one.
And if you don't want to be confused by his explanations, you can just pause and look at the effect.
Are you saying my explanations are bad?
No.
Anyway, the boss, Raidraptor Ultimate Falcon.
Also super expensive.
Actually, it's like 37 cents, but whatever.
Used to be expensive, I think.
Yeah,
you got him for like $20, didn't you?
I got him for like 5. Whatever.
Did you? No, I don't remember that.
Anyway, he has 2 effects. You can detach 1 overlay unit from him, and all your opponent's monsters lose 1,000 attack. At the end phase of every turn, if your opponent if your opponent has any face-up monsters, they lose 1,000 attack. And if they have no monsters or only face-down defense mode monsters, they lose 1,000 life points at the end of the turn.
Pink.
Yeah, that's my map. Last monster. Final Fortress Falcon, the big bad boy buckaroo.
Gets destroyed in 1 turn.
Anyway, I only run this guy at 1 because he's very situational, but when he is used in the right situation, you're gonna kick some patootie. Anyway, his first effect is you can detach 1 overlay unit and return all of your banished Raidraptor monsters from your banished area to your graveyard. And when it destroys a monster by battle, you can banish one Raidraptor Xyz monster from your graveyard and it can attack again. That's the last of the deck. Thank you so much for watching our Yu-Gi-Oh! DXR Warriors return video. I'm just going to say right now that this deck is casual. If you want to play it competitively, you need to add cards like Solemn Strike, Derek, what are you doing? Raigeki, and Hand Traps. This is a casual deck.
Ghost Ogre and Cherry something. I have no
Ash
idea.
Blossom.
Yes, also known as the cards that are over $50, which no one will buy unless
Anyway.
you're a freaking tryhard.
Thank you for watching this deck profile, and have a great day.
Bye.